Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here timely. As you can see, the entire leadership team is right now outside the NSC atrium, taking turns next to the iconic bull. This bull photograph will go down in history. What you're seeing on screen is the NSC official choreographing this beautiful moment that we will forever freeze in time. Very shortly, the leadership will join us inside the atrium, and we will kick off with the bell ringing ceremony. Meanwhile, may I request you all to please grab your favorite seat in the house, and don't forget to place your cell phones on the silent mode during the course of the ceremony. Thank you. Gentlemen, ladies, and my dear friends, may I request you all to please take your seat. We will kick off with the official ceremony in just a couple of minutes from now. And for all those of you who've joined us recently, welcome. May I request you all and remind you to kindly place your cell phones on the silent mode during the course of the listing ceremony. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for taking your seats. As we count down to the final few moments before we begin with this iconic bell-ringing ceremony, I'd like to remind you that we have an action-packed agenda. Every single moment counts, so stay glued to your seats, and a final reminder to kindly place your cell phones on the silent mode. Thank you. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to begin by going slightly off script and acknowledging and thanking all of you for bringing your energy and your enthusiasm to this wonderful, iconic NSC atrium. Because just a couple of minutes ago, as I was standing in the wings and watching all of you bringing with excitement, I just couldn't help but thinking we are in the absolutely right room this morning. Welcome once again. My name is Xenia Fernandez. I'm your host for this morning, and it is such a pleasure and a privilege to be standing in front of this august gathering and welcoming all of you to the bell-ringing ceremony that commemorates the listing of SBI Funds Management Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this will be the most fitting time for all of us to put our hands together in a thunderous round of applause. Yes, we are at the National Stock Exchange of India. And before we fast forward into what is going to be a very tight but elaborate agenda, let's hit the pause button briefly. And let's remind ourselves that today's occasion is far more and bigger than only the listing ceremony of the largest asset management company of the country. If you ask me, I'd say it marks a milestone in the continued evolution of India's financial markets, where trusted and respected institutions like SBI Funds Management continue to deepen investor participation, strengthen market confidence, and contribute to the nation's remarkable growth story. What a time to be alive, and all of us here are witnessing this growth story as I speak. I want you to hold on to that thought as I take this opportunity to welcome all of our distinguished senior dignitaries joining us here this morning, ladies and gentlemen, our members of the board. Let's welcome everyone with a very warm round of applause. We also have leadership teams from SBI Funds Management, State Bank of India, from Amundi, representatives from the National Stock Exchange, our merchant bankers, teams, investors, and our friends from the media. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here this morning and making this occasion so much more meaningful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to officially begin with the listing ceremony. I request you all to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Please take your seat, everyone. I'd now like to invite on stage Mr. Ankit Sharma, Chief Regulatory Officer, National Stock Exchange, to present bouquets as a mark of our respect and extend a very warm welcome to our senior dignitaries. Welcome, Mr. Sharma. Let's welcome Mr. Sharma with a very warm round of applause, everybody. Inviting Shri C.S. Sethi, Chairman, State Bank of India and Chairman, SBI Funds Management, on stage. And inviting Mr. Nicola Calcon, Deputy CEO Amundi, to please join us, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, at every opportunity we get, let's make sure that we fill this atrium with a thunderous round of applause, because there's no other way to celebrate this morning. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm going to request you to stay with me on stage, because it's time for us to open the bell ringing ceremony with a very meaningful ritual that has long symbolized the triumph of knowledge over ignorance, of vision over absolute uncertainty, but most importantly, of hope over adversity. Now, for an institution that has spent decades helping millions of Indians find that financial security and long-term wealth, this is a tradition that beautifully reflects the values that continued to guide all of us as one family. May I request Shri C.S. Sethi, Mr. Nicola Calcon to please join us once again on stage. Shri Ashwini Kumar Tiwari, Managing Director, SBI Corporate Banking and Subsidiaries. Mr. Olivier Murray, Head International Networks and JV's Chair Europe, Amundi. And Mr. Debashish Mishra, Managing Director and CEO, SBI Funds Management Limited. And ladies and gentlemen, as our dignitaries light the beautiful, auspicious ceremonial lamp, let us all take the next couple of seconds and invoke whichever the higher power you believe in, that this may be a brand new beginning for all of us. And with that, we officially kick off with the listing ceremony. Everybody, let's put our hands together in a very, very warm round of applause. Thank you to all of our dignitaries for doing the honors. A morning of incredible purpose and ambition officially begins. So to formally set the context for today's landmark occasion, it is my privilege to invite Mr. Amit Ramchandani, Head Investment Banking, Motilal Oswal, to deliver the introductory remarks. Let's welcome Mr. Ramchandani with a very warm round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the company and my fellow bankers, it gives me immense pleasure to invite you to the listing ceremony of SBI Funds Management, and even greater pleasure to share a moment which will go down in the history of capital markets. A warm welcome to our distinguished leaders, Mr. Shetty, Mr. Ashwini Tiwari, Mr. Nicholas, and Mr. Oliver. A warm welcome to you to the listing ceremony. Also like to welcome the entire SBI Funds Management team under the leadership of Mr. Debashish Mishra. Today, the IPO has been a success, and this success belongs to each and every one in this room. On the momentous day of listing of SBI Funds Management, we remember an institution that has shaped the history of mutual fund industry in India. Established in 1992, the SBI Funds Management has become a leader in the Indian mutual fund industry. This leadership comes across in all aspects. Behind this leadership, the heart of the success is in the partnership between SBI, the most respected banking franchise in the country, and Amundi, Europe's largest fund manager, combining unmatched distribution with global investment expertise. This investment expertise we witness every time we go to market an IPO. Whenever we visit countries like US, UK, Singapore, Hong Kong, many FIIs come in the book. When we ask about pricing, their only answer is, wherever SBI MF is there, we will come, we will participate. When you go to Indian mutual funds, again, you hear the same thing, whether it is large mutual fund, insurance company, or AIFs. All of them say, if SBI MF is there, we are going to participate. Not only that, the retail investors, when we go to them and they see SBI MF in the anchor book, they say, SBI hai, to sahi hai. That's the kind of reputation, my friends, the funds have built. Your leadership comes out in 12.5 trillion AUM. It comes out in 29.5 overall assets under management, comes out in the largest SIP franchise of 16 million live SIP folios, right? Equally remarkable was the IPO subscription. 41.7 times, garnering more than 3 lakh crores, puts SBI Funds Management in the top 5 issuances in the history of capital markets ever, a remarkable feat. Not only were the subscriptions extremely good, but also all the categories were fully subscribed. The quality of demand was 50,000 crores for an anchor book of 2,600. More than 140 times in the QIB category. The markets have put a lot of confidence, a lot of trust in SBI MF, right? SBI Funds Management. But SBI Funds Management is no stranger. They are used to delivering returns for their investors. I'm sure the history for the listing journey for 24 lakh investors in the IPO is going to be no different. Congratulating the SBI MF team once again and wishing them all the very best. Jai Hind.
Mr. Ramchandani, thank you so much. That is what we call a powerful opening, but thank you for bringing to us a lot of good news. That's how I'd like to put it. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was just the segue I needed into what's going to happen next. You know, behind every successful institution like ours lies a story. And this is not only a story merely of growth, but it is a story that has been earned with some serious levels of trust, with incredible partnerships built over decades, and with millions of aspirations.
Industry bodies, market infrastructure institutions, valued partners, merchant bankers, legal advisors, BRLMs, my colleagues, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you. We are privileged today to have all of you with us as we celebrate a defining milestone in the journey of SBI Funds Management. History is created by institutions, but set by people, and today we celebrate both. Today we gather not merely to witness the listing of a company, but to celebrate the evolution of an institution that has earned the trust of millions of investors and more than 3 decades through integrity, disciplined investing, innovation, and consistent value creation. Already Ramchandani told about the IPO. I'll put a few more numbers. SBI Funds Management Limited delivered a notably stronger IPO performance compared to all the peers who were listed in previous calendar years. Despite volatile market conditions, our issue size was larger, yet attracted 63.76 lakhs investors of the country. Very big achievement, sir. And I must tell you, in HNI category, it was 22 times, and retail category more than 3.5 times. And overall, this strengthens the powerful partnership we have with Amundi and all of our members to attract millions of investors to this IPO size. Thus, Land Bank belongs to many. It reflects the vision and enduring support of State Bank of India, the strength of our partners with Amundi, the leadership and foresight of every member of former managing MD and CEOs, the guidance of our regulators, commitment of our advisors and partners, and above all, the extraordinary dedication of every member of SBI Funds Management family. Today's celebration belongs to each one of them. As we prepare for the bell, we celebrate not just the important achievement, but bringing the exciting new chapter. As a listed company, we reaffirm our commitment to the highest standards of governance, transparency, and long-term value creation. Our aspiration is very clear and enduring, to be the fund manager to every Indian, like our parent State Bank of India, the banker to every Indian. We want every Indian to look upon SBI Funds Management as a trusted partner in fulfilling their financial aspirations and participating in India's remarkable growth story. With the enduring strength of SBI Group, the global expertise of Amundi, the confidence of our investors, and the passion of our people, I am confident that the best chapters of the story of SBI Funds Management are yet to be written. Thank you for joining us this historic occasion. Once again, very warm welcome to all of you. Let us together celebrate this proud milestone and usher a new chapter of SBI Funds Management. Thank you all.
Mr. Mishra, thank you so much for your very warm welcome and an inspiring message that we all can take home today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, global partnerships have become increasingly significant in shaping the future of financial services in this country. And the collaboration between SBI and Amundi stands as an outstanding example of how international expertise and local trust can create long-standing and enduring value for investors. Hold on to that thought as I invite on stage Mr. Nicholas Calcon, Deputy CEO at Amundi, for his address this morning. Sir.
Dear Chairman Sethi, dear Mr. Tewari, dear SBI FM Board of Directors members, dear current and former SBI FM executives, Monsieur le Consul Général, dear SBI and SBI FM representatives, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and thank you for joining us on this monumental occasion. It is a true honor and privilege today for me, on behalf of Amundi, as we celebrate the successful listing of SBI Fund Management Limited on the Indian Stock Exchange. Today is a landmark milestone for SBI Funds Management, of course, but it is also a significant moment in the long-standing partnership between SBI and Amundi on an important step for India's capital markets. Let me a little elaborate on these three dimensions. First, today's listing is a public market recognition of the strengths, the quality, and the leadership of SBI FM. SBI FM occupies a leading position in one of the most compelling long-term saving markets in the world, the Indian asset management market. And it is very well positioned to capture powerful structural growth trends, such as the rise of digital investment, the broadening of the retail investor base, which we see very clearly in the rapid expansion of systemic investment plans, and the development of India as an investment destination for international investors. In that context, the listing marks the beginning of a new chapter for SBI FM, a chapter of greater visibility, broader participation, on stronger foundations for future growth. At Amundi, we know the value of a public listing. We have been listed in Paris since 2015, and our own IPO was a major step in our development. Since our listing, our assets under management have grown by more than 2.5, reaching 2.4 billion euros. And today, Amundi is the leading asset manager in Europe and ranks among the top 10 globally. This experience gives us confidence that the listing will support SBI FM's growth ambitions and on its next stage of development. Second, the listing is also a powerful demonstration of what a long-term partnership can achieve. SBI and Amundi have been partners for over 20 years, and the success of SBI FM is built on a strong complementarity. SBI brings unmatched trust, a powerful distribution network, a deep understanding of the Indian market, and a powerful brand. And Amundi brings its global asset management expertise, its international perspective, and access to global distribution networks and investors worldwide. Together, these strengths have created a unique platform, a platform with scale, credibility, and long-term relevance. And the operation we celebrate today is therefore more than a successful IPO. It is a crystallization of value created over time and an illustration of the value that can continue to be created in the years ahead. And third, this IPO highlights the depth and dynamism of India's capital market. It's one of the largest IPO in India, and it comes at a time when the global environment remains uncertain. That makes today's achievement all the more meaningful. India stands apart. It is the world's fastest growing major economy. Its economic momentum is translating into rising incomes, growing financial awareness, and increasing household participation in investment products. All this creates a major long-term opportunity. Mutual funds are becoming a bigger part of household saving. Systematic investment plans are gaining traction. Retirement planning is becoming more established. More households are entering the investment landscape. The opportunity is immense, and in this context, SBI FM occupies a distinctive position. The strong investor interest in this offering, coming both from retail and institutional investors in India and internationally, with a book oversubscribed of almost 42 times, reflects these realities. It reflects confidence both in the quality of the business and the long-term future. On behalf of Amundi, I would like to congratulate State Bank of India and SBI FM funds management leaderships, employees, distributors, partners, regulators, the stock exchanges, book running lead managers, advisors, and investors who have supported this journey, which has begun last year. I would also like to thank very warmly Chairman Sethi for this inspiring vision and ambition, which has been central for the success of this IPO. We are proud of our deep association with SBI, and we look forward to supporting SBI Funds Management in its next chapter as a listed company. Amundi remains a strategic partner and long-term shareholder after the IPO, and the SBI-Amundi partnerships remain central in the next phase of SBI FM's journey. Finally, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the incoming institutional, high networks and retail investors in this IPO. It's our honor to have you join us on SBI in this journey, and we thank you for your trust, for your strong conviction in SBI FM's equity story. We celebrate today the trust of millions of investors, the strength of our partnerships, and the next chapter in India's wealth creation journey. Thank you very much.
Mr. Calhoun, thank you very much. Your words clearly reaffirm the strength of this enduring relationship between Amundi and SBI. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been over 2 centuries. The State Bank of India stands tall as one of India's most trusted institutions. We all know it plays a very pivotal and significant role in the economic development, while also earning the confidence and the trust of generations of customers. Now, today's listing, as you all agree, signifies and represents yet another milestone in what has been an enduring journey so far. And so it is only fitting and my absolute pleasure to now invite on stage Chairman of the State Bank of India, Shri C.S. Sethi, for his address. Sir, may I request you to kindly join us? We are very thrilled to hear from you today.
Distinguished members of the board of SBI Funds Management and its leadership, both past and present, leadership of State Bank of India and Amundi, senior officials from SEBI, BSE and NSE, our valued investors, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before I get into my speech, it's a kind of deja vu moment for me. A year ago, around the same time, I was standing here as part of the post-QIP trading session of SBI, the most successful QIP and the largest capital raising done by any corporate in India. And it is really befitting that we are having this listing ceremony of SBI Funds Management, the most successful IPO of the year, around the same time. And I'm very glad I got the honor of standing here twice in 2 years. So it's a matter of immense pride and privilege to welcome all of you on the historic occasion as we celebrate the successful listing of SBI Funds Management Limited today on the National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange. Today marks a remarkable milestone, not only for SBI Funds Management, SBI and our trusted partner Amundi, but also for India's financial markets. A stock market listing is often seen as a high point in the journey of a successful enterprise. But today's event signifies something much deeper. It offers us an opportunity to reflect on an extraordinary institution building journey, one that began nearly 4 decades ago and has today created India's largest asset management company. It is also an occasion to acknowledge how India's financial system has evolved over the last 7 decades. As India aspires to become a developed economy, vibrant financial markets with broad and inclusive participation becomes indispensable. Capital markets do not merely allocate capital, they democratize wealth creation, channel household savings into productive investment, and create long-term economic resilience. With this broader national objective in mind, State Bank of India established the SBI Mutual Fund in June 1987 to provide millions of Indian investors, particularly our vast retail customer base, with access to professional asset management, disciplined investing, and regulated avenues for long-term wealth creation. Over the years, our goal was strengthened further through partnership with Amundi, one of the world's leading asset managers. Together, we combined the trust, reach, and deep customer relationship of SBI with global investment expertise, international best practices, and world-class risk management of Amundi. That partnership has stood the test of time. Guided by the vision to be the most trusted and respected asset manager, SBI Funds Management has remained steadfast in its purpose. Trust has always been our greatest asset, and earning that trust every single day has been our greatest responsibility. SBI Funds Management has consistently retained its leadership position through investment resilience, prudent risk management, strong governance, continuous innovation, an unparalleled distribution network, and above all, the confidence of millions of investors. The transformation of the industry itself has been remarkable. The Indian mutual fund industry managed assets of 6,700 crore rupees back in 1988, the year I joined SBI, which has now grown to over 80 lakh crores. SBI Funds Management manages nearly 15% of them. This extraordinary growth reflects one of the most significant structural changes taking place in the Indian economy. The further financialization of household savings, increasing investor awareness, rapid digital adoption, expanding distribution, regulatory reforms, and the sustained success of systemic investment plans have brought millions of first-time investors into capital markets. Behind these impressive numbers is a family planning for a child's education, a young professional building long-term wealth, an entrepreneur securing retirement, or a senior citizen investing with confidence. Ultimately, our business is not only about managing assets, but more about managing aspirations and helping millions of Indians participate in the nation's growth story. Today's listing represents another defining chapter in our journey. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to investors across every category for the overwhelming confidence they have reposed in SBI Funds Management. The IPO witnessed, as mentioned by the MD and CEO, exceptional response, being subscribed nearly 42 times, with the QIB portion subscribed approximately 140 times. The issue attracted bids worth nearly 2.98 trillion. The participation of leading domestic and global institutional investors, retail investors, shareholders, and employees reflects confidence not only in SBI Funds Management, but also in India's long-term economic future. As the largest IPO of 2026 so far, this offering sends a powerful message about the resilience of India's financial markets, the credibility of our institutions, and the confidence that investors across the world continue to place on India. Listing on the stock exchanges undoubtedly enhances visibility and accountability. But more importantly, it reinforces responsibility. As a listed company, SBI Funds Management will continue to uphold the highest standards of corporate governance, transparency, integrity, and shareholder value creation. Going forward, we shall continue investing in technology, investment excellence, product innovation, and customer experience so as to remain at the forefront of India's rapidly evolving asset management industry. I firmly believe that the next chapter of India's mutual fund story will be even more exciting than the last. As incomes rise, financial literacy improves, and household savings increasingly move towards financial assets, the opportunities before our industry are immense. The next wave of growth will come from every town, every district, and every aspiring household across India. Our responsibility is to ensure that this growth remains inclusive, responsible, and sustainable, as is the contribution of every stakeholder who has made this milestone possible. I sincerely thank SEBI, Reserve Bank of India, National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, the merchant bankers, legal advisors, auditors, registrars, bankers, and every intermediary associated with the successful listing. My heartfelt appreciation also goes to the management and employees of SBI Funds Management and State Bank of India, both past and present. Institutions are built over decades by people whose commitment often remains unseen. and today's achievement belongs to every one of them. Above all, I thank our investors. Your trust is the foundation upon which this institution has been built. As the listing bell rings today, we celebrate much more than the listing of a company. We celebrate the evolution of India's mutual fund industry, the confidence of millions of investors, and the enduring power of trusted financial institutions in nation building. For generations, State Bank of India has earned the privilege of being the banker to every Indian. Today, SBI Funds begins a new chapter with the same purpose, values, and commitments, as Debashish mentioned, to strive to become the asset manager to every Indian. This is the trust we seek to earn and the legacy we are determined to build. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Shri Sethi, thank you for your absolutely inspiring words. As I was standing there in the wings and listening to you, I was just thinking of how your address has reminded us that enduring institutions like ours are built not only on the basis of scale and performance, but also on a sense of purpose, on the incredible trust that we enjoy, and of course on this unwavering commitment of creating value across generations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all eyes on that digital clock. As you can see, it is 9:52 a.m., which means we are counting down to the final few minutes before we arrive at the moment, the reason why all of us are here. But you know, I also thought that while we wait for that moment, and as the anticipation builds up, we have several dignitaries who've joined us here this morning, and I'd like to take the next couple of minutes to have a quick one-on-one, no, actually I can't call it a one-on-one chat since all of us are in the room here, but quickly speak to them about their thoughts. This time, I'm going to come to them. Check. Okay, so Mr. Tiwari, I think I'd like to begin with you, sir. First of all, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us here.
Good morning, but this is a surprise. We were not anticipating this.
You know, we like spinning a little surprise in our agenda because at the end of the day, I'm very sure on an occasion like this, you won't hesitate to speak from your heart. However, as someone who's helming corporate and subsidiaries, tell us, what do you think this moment right now means for corporate India?
So this moment also means that the larger investors, the retail investors, now are able to participate in the largest AMC, and which is doing well. And in that sense, this is one more way to bring.
Yes, sir, you may use that.
This is one more way to bring the bank's products and the bank's services through this mutual fund AMC to the larger India. I think that's the thing we are bringing. And this is in line with our long-term vision of being banker and service provider to every Indian, all kinds of financial services.
Absolutely. So what are you most excited about from this day onwards?
Most excited
In your world, yes.
This will bring a lot of scrutiny, a lot of expectation. And as always, we have to measure up to the expectation. We have to deliver before we talk about it, and this is the moment. So my congratulations to the entire team of Mutual Fund and the SBI family and all the investors who have reposed their trust on us.
Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations to you too. Can we have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Tiwari, 9:54, and we're counting. Mr. Olivier, hi, I'm Xenia. Thank you so much for joining us here. Share with us your excitement and what's going on in your mind right now as you're sitting here waiting to witness the historic bell-ringing ceremony.
Thank you. Well, I really think about all the generation of the manager, the leaders of SBI FM for the last 40 years who have been building this company. This is the crystallization of their hard work. I think also about the partnership between Amundi and SBI, more than 20 years. And again, today, for me, it's the symbol of this partnership. And the other point is, all the retail investors. We talk about 2 million people who invest in SBI mutual funds today. Yes. This is, the level of trust they put in SBI FM. It gives us also some responsibility. And as the chairman said, we should look forward and think about building a sustainable company that will, drive this market going forward. So really thinking about what happened in the past and pay tribute to all the contributors and look forward. Think about what's ahead, and I would say for SBI FM, sky is the limit.
Sky is the limit, and I can hear the enthusiasm in your voice. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us
Thank you so much.
this morning. And okay, it's 9:56 a.m., so I'm going to quickly come to you to share your thoughts with us this morning. Quickly, in one sentence, talk to us about your excitement and what are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, good morning, and it's quite an experience and the culmination of last 1 year's work of SBI Funds Management team is bearing fruit.
True.
And I thank both SBI and Amundi for giving us this opportunity to get this company listed. Thank you.
Phenomenal. Let's give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to all of our dignitaries. And I think it is on days like these, on mornings like these, that we must talk straight from the heart. All right, you know what? I've made my way back to the podium because I have the responsibility of setting the stage for the bell ringing ceremony. So I'm going to quickly swap this microphone and invite on stage our dignitaries to the podium. May I request Shri C.S. Sethi, Mr. Nicola Calcon, Shri Ashwini Kumar Tiwari, Mr. Olivier Mari. Also joining us is Mr. Debashish Mishra, Mr. Nand Kishore, immediate and past Managing Director and CEO, SBI Funds Management Limited, and Mr. Ankit Sharma. I'm going to invite my friends from the media, all our photographers, to please use the next 2 minutes to capture this incredible group photograph. Mr. Ankit Sharma, who plays a host here today at NSC, is now going to brief all of our dignitaries on exactly what we do when the clock strikes 10. But you know what? That is the role that they play this morning. We all have a role to play as well. Yes, we're not audiences today, we're participants. And I think the easiest way for us to elevate and raise the energy in the room this morning is to count down together. Why just me alone, right? So I'm going to invite you all to count down the final 10 seconds with me. And oh, Mr. Sharma is now listening, but I was going to say try and bring the roof down, but no, don't do that. But yes, let's, fill this atrium with the sound of our voices. Hopefully it's going to travel there outside because, ladies and gentlemen, believe me when I say this, this truly is an iconic and we are here witnessing a historic moment in the making. All right, as you can see, the digital clock is counting down the final 1 minute, the last 10 seconds. We all count down together. So whether you have your phone in your hand, just make sure you don't stand where you are out of excitement because we are live. There's a world out there that's watching us. And so stay in your chairs, but let me ask you, are you ready? One more time. We got to be a little louder than this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? All right. On standby, everyone. Final 10 seconds together. Our dignitaries are all set, and so are we. Here we go. All together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the official listing of SBI Funds Management Limited in India. Everybody, give it up once again. mighty congratulations to our dignitaries on stage and every single one of us in the room. Now, this is a very important moment, and our incredible photography team is making sure we capture them beautifully. All right, one more thunderous round of applause, everybody. We've just witnessed the official bell ringing ceremony marking the listing of SBI Funds Management Limited in India. I'm going to wait till we get our best shots, and we have them. All right, I'm going to request all of our dignitaries to please stay with me on the stage. Please stay with us on stage. All right, no. We've got a couple of photographs more to go. All right, gentlemen, stay with me on stage. Please stay with me as I request Mr. Debashish Mishra to kindly present the commemorative souvenir. This souvenir is the stock market bull. We all know it as the universally recognized symbol of confidence, of resilience, of optimism, and long-term growth. And Mr. Mishra is going to hand one to each and every one of our dignitaries on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause going. This universal symbol, the stock market bull, is going to make its way to our workspaces. No better way to serve, no better thing to serve as an incredible reminder of this morning. All right, Shri Sethi is very clear. Can we have all the bull souvenirs on stage, please? Can we have all the bull souvenirs on stage for a group photograph? All right, sir, incoming. And let's try and bring the house down this time, everybody. Thank you, gentlemen. Shri Sethi and Mr. Nicola Calcon, I request you to stay back on stage and inviting our dignitaries to please take your seat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to make sure that before we exit the atrium today, we have that iconic group photograph with us. So what's going to happen next is a group photograph session, and to make sure that we not only remain on schedule, but that all of us are in the right frames, I will be placing the groups on the screen. All right, now stay glued to your seats. I need you to keep your eyes on our side screens. All right, please give me 1 second. It seems like this fast-tracked itself. Group 1. All right, so groups' names are on the screen. I request you to please make your way onto the stage when you see your name on the screen. We have some very important things still lined up on our agenda. So let's take the energy of the bell ringing ceremony and move on into the second half. And as we have these incredible groups and teams on stage, don't forget to clap for each other. We have the leaders, the ones who have been guiding us from the forefront. All right, we've got our best shots, sirs. Thank you so much. Group 2, your names are on the screen. Mr. Mishra, requesting you to stay back, Mr. Tiwari, and requesting all our dignitaries from Group 2 to please join us. Let's hear it for our managing directors and board of directors of SBI on stage. We're now displaying Group 3 on the screens. Mr. Nicola, Mr. Mishra, you're in Group 3 as well. We have the directors of SBI Fund Management Board. We have the trustee board, the CDMDF trustee board, and the Gift City board on stage, everyone. Let's hear it for them. All right, photographers, do we have our best shot? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. But please stay on stage because we have another set that's joining Group 3. Group 3, please stay back on stage. All right, team photographers. Meanwhile, I have Group 4 on the screen. I request you to please make your way to the stage. We have the senior executives from Amundi on stage. Let's give them a very warm round of applause, everyone. Please stay with me on stage, everyone, because we're going to add to Group 4. So I've just moved the screens. We're going to add to Group 4 and do one more group photograph. Everybody, let's give it up for this incredible team on stage. All right, we've got our best shot. Thank you very much, everyone. Group 5. Group 5, you're on screen. On stage, we have the previous MDs of SBI Funds Management Limited. Everyone, let's give it up for them. Yes, Sri Sethi says it has to be bigger, louder, thunderous. Go for it, everyone. No holding back. And rightfully so. Thank you, gentlemen. We have Group 6 on screen. I have another set from Group 6 that I will shortly display on screen. If your name is on this list, may I request you to please join us on stage. And I hope you've caught your name already. I'm moving on to the second half of Group 6, requesting you to join us as well. Just to ensure that the names are well displayed and legible, we had to segregate them into 2 separate slides. That's literally the only purpose. Requesting Mr. Prem Manoj Sinha and team to please join us on stage. All right, don't you think the room is getting a little silent here? Thank you, everyone. Okay, we've got our best shot. Thank you very much, everyone. Moving on to slide 1 of Group 7. Please look for your name on the screen and join us on stage. I'm going to move on to slide 2 of Group 7. Requesting our dignitaries to please make your way to the stage. We have the managing directors of all SBI subsidiaries on stage, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to display slide 1 of Group 7 once again. Moving on to slide 2. And so for all the MDs of all SBI subsidiaries, can we please put our hands together? Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. Inviting Group 8 to please make your way to the stage. Officials from NSC, from Amphi, from CAM, from K Fintech and Value Search. Please join us. Mr. Sharma, requesting you to please make your way. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the officials from NSC, Amphi, CAM, K, FinTech, and Value Search. All right, thank you very much. Displaying Group 9 on screen. Officials from legal counsels, auditors, and BRLMs. I'm going to hold on to this screen for a couple of seconds because I have 3 more to go for Group 9. Moving on to slide 2 of Group 9. Everyone, all eyes on screen. If your name is on this slide, please make your way to the stage. I will now move on to slide 3 of Group 9. And hold on, we're going to make some space so that you can see your name. All right, so if you can find space on this stage, that'll be great. I in fact have one more slide for Group 9. I'm going to say the names for you. We have Mr. Sarun Agarwal of ICICI Securities, Mr. Ashish Agarwal of Jefferies India, Mr. Ashutosh Prajapati, Ms. Sonia Dasgupta, Ms. Neha Agarwal, Mr. Amit Ramchandani, and Ms. Disha Doshi. Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, Mr. Atul Mehra, Mr. Kushagra Kumar, Mr. Kaku Nakhate, Mr. Satish Arkot, Mr. Hitendra Dave, Mr. Rishi Tiwari, and Mr. TK Sriram. I think we have pretty much everyone on the stage. Thank you to all of our officials from legal counsels, auditors, and BRLMs. It's been a very long journey up to this day, and each and every one of them have played a very pivotal role and shared an incredible partnership with us at SBI Funds Management. Group 10, you're on screen. SBI Funds Management Limited Executive Committee members. May I request you to please make your way to the stage. This is slide 2 of Group 10. Mr. Indrajit Gulyani, Mr. Srinivasan Rama Iyer. I've displayed a brand new slide of Group 10. We're counting down to the final few group photographs now. All right, everyone, let's give it up for the Executive Committee members of SBI Funds Management Limited. All right, we've got our best shot. Inviting Group 11, SBI Mutual Fund officials. So did we do this? Group 11 on screen. I've displayed a brand new slide of Group 11 now, requesting you to please make your way to the stage. All right, let's hear it for all of the SBI Mutual Fund officials. All right, displaying our final group on screen, Group 12. If you spot your name on the screen, please join us as soon as you can. And I have one more list of names for Group 12. I'll move on to that slide now. Group 12. This is Group 2 of Group 12. And with that, we come to the end of all the group photographs of this beautiful morning. Mr. Mishra, I'm going to request you to please stay back with me on stage, sir. And Mr. Ankit Sharma, I'm going to request you to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to witness next is the exchange of mementos. And I'm going to walk you through what Mr. Sharma will be presenting on behalf of the National Stock Exchange to Mr. Debashish Mishra, beginning with a replica of the iconic NSE bell. Now, Mr. Mishra, as you can see, is in a little bit of a surprise and shock because what he's holding on to is a photograph of the bell ringing moment that took place just a couple of minutes ago. We take these moments very seriously at NSC, and so we present that to Mr. Mishra. Coming up next is a box of proud to be listed badges, which is going to make its way to all of you here. You'll be wearing one pretty soon. And finally, Mr. Sharma presents the NSC Coffee Table Book, which chronicles the incredible journey of NSC in India. Let's give it a big round of applause to this moment that we'll hold on to forever. Mr. Mishra, I now request you to kindly present Mr. Ankit Sharma with a token of our appreciation and gratitude on behalf of SBI Funds Management Limited. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the entire team at NSC India for their incredible partnership in this journey. Mr. Mishra, you may take your seat now, and Mr. Sharma will continue to stay with me on stage and present mementos to the BRLMs. As I invite your name, I request representatives of our BRLMs to please make your way to the stage. Motilal Oswal Investment Advisors Limited, requesting you to please join us on stage. All right, let me do a quick check. There you are, please. Ladies and gentlemen, every BRLM team that's joining us here on stage has played a very pivotal role in this journey. So let's give them a very warm round of applause every time they walk up onto the stage. I'd now like to invite the team from Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited. Team Kotak Mahindra Capital. And while Team Kotak Mahindra receives their memento, I'd like to invite Team Axis Capital to please make your way near the stage and be on standby. Team Axis Capital. I'd now like to invite Bofa Securities India Limited. Please join us near the stage and be ready. I'd also like to invite HSBC Securities and Capital Markets India Private Limited. Please be on standby next to the stage. And ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the claps coming for all of our BRLMs. Team HSBC Securities and Capital Markets making their way to the stage and inviting forward Team ICICI Securities Limited. Yes, sir, please join us. As we have ICICI Securities on stage, I'd like to invite forward Jefferies India Private Limited. And team, yes. Everybody, let's give it up for ICICI Securities. Also inviting GM Financial Limited, GM Financial Limited team. Team JM Financial, please join us. And finally, calling forward SBI Capital Markets Limited. Team SBI Capital Markets, please join us on stage. Our legal counsel, Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas. Requesting Team CAM, please be on standby. Our legal counsel, Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, team making their way to the stage. And as they receive the memento, let's put our hands together, everyone, for all of our BRLMs and our legal counsel. And also inviting forward our PR team, Concept Communications, the team that helped us build the momentum to this historical day. Everybody, let's give it up for Concept Communications, our official PR team. Mr. Sharma, I request you to please share your thoughts with us this morning. So.
Good morning, everyone. Shri Sethi, Chairman, State Bank of India, Shri Nicholas from Amundi, Shri Debashish Misra, MD and CEO of SBI Funds Management, board members, leadership team, employees, SBI family, media personnel, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. NSE is proud to welcome SBI Funds Management in our family of listed corporates. SBI Funds Management becomes the 3020th company to list with us, further strengthening the vibrant and growing system of listed companies. As you all know, India is the 6th largest capital market in the world. Market capitalization of NSE listed companies has grown 127 times since NSE started operations in 1994, which stands now at about 481 lakh crores, that is 449 million US dollars. At NSE, our commitment has been to provide a platform that enables companies to grow, investors to participate in that growth, and India's economy to thrive. In 31 years, NSE has been a catalyst to the growth story of India, enabling economic growth through fund mobilization, capital formation, wealth creation, and job creation. As India marches towards Viksit Bharat, the listing of SBI Funds Management on NSE reflects the spirit of an India driven by innovation and global competitiveness. As entities like SBI Funds Management scale through public markets, they contribute directly to building a more strong, self-reliant, and future-ready nation. In recent years, India has consistently ranked among the top IPO markets globally, even as several international markets witnessed a subdued activity. In calendar year 2025, India was a global leader by number of IPOs, followed by US and mainland China. In financial year 26, NSE facilitated 222 IPOs through both the main board and NSE Emerge, raising about 1.89 lakh crore in total, one of the strongest years on record. NSE today serves over 13.2 crore unique investors, holding over 26.4 investor accounts, spanning 99.85% of all PIN codes in the country. We are proud to offer SBI Funds Management access to this broad investor base and a fair, efficient, and transparent market ecosystem. A public listing is the beginning of a new chapter, one that reflects the company's performance, governance standards, leadership, and the spirit of entrepreneurship. I congratulate the entire team of SBI Funds Management, including the merchant bankers, legal advisors, and all the agencies which are involved in this historic and iconic IPO. Today's listing is the beginning of a strong partnership between NSE and SBI Funds Management. We look forward to supporting you in future in your continued growth and fundraising endeavors like FPO, rights issue, commercial papers, NCD, and sustainability-linked bonds. May your journey on NSE as a listed company be impactful, prosperous, and enduring. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Mr. Sharma, thank you for your good wishes and this incredible partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, can't believe I'm saying this, but we're nearly reaching the close of this morning's formal proceedings. It is my privilege to invite on stage Chief of Strategy, Digital and Head Investor Relations at SBI Funds Management Limited, Mr. Srinivas Jain, requesting you to please join us on stage to deliver the vote of thanks. Gratitude is in order, and there's so much that's taken place this morning. Let's put it into perspective.
Well, good morning. I think a lot of thank yous have already been told, but it's my formal requirement that everybody be intact again. So as we come to the close of this memorable ceremony, it is my privilege to offer the vote of thanks on behalf of everyone at SBI Funds Management. Today's listing is more than corporate milestone. It celebrates nearly 4 decades of institutional building, enduring partnerships, and above all, the confidence and milestones of our investors who have placed with us. No organization reaches this confidence on this day alone. So thank you, everyone. Firstly, our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Chairman, State Bank of India, Shri C.S. Sethi, for his inspiring words and steadfast leadership. The listing has been one of the most important milestones he envisaged for our company, and we are grateful for his constant guidance and encouragement throughout this journey. Our sincere thanks to Mr. Nicholas Kalkun, Deputy CEO of Amundi, and the senior leadership of Amundi team, the managing directors of State Bank of India, and the board members of State Bank of India, senior colleagues from Amundi, and all our partners. We're deeply grateful for the distinguished members of SBI Funds Management Board, SBI Funds Trustee Company, CDMDF Trustee Company, and the GIFT City subsidiaries. And especially our former CEOs and managing directors who have traveled here for this special occasion. Every generation has strengthened this institution, and today's achievement stands firmly on the foundation that each of you have helped create. Our sincere appreciation to National Stock Exchange for hosting this wonderful ceremony, and the entire capital market ecosystem that is for creating this environment and continue to strengthen investor confidence and deepen our financial markets. We extend our gratitude to both the exchanges, National Stock Exchange and BSE, where we are listed, CDSL and NSDL, and those institutions who have formed the backbone of the Indian market infrastructure. A very special thanks to all the book running lead managers, starting with our left lead, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company, Axis Capital, Bank of India, Bank of America Securities, HSBC Security, ICC Security, Jefferies India, JM Financial, Motilal Oswal Advisors, and SBI Capital Markets. Our sincere appreciation also goes out to our legal counsel, Cyril Amachan Mangaldas, and Linklaters, counsels for BRLM, Shardul Amachan Mangaldas and Hogan Loveless, and statutory auditor Kirtane Pandit, our IPO transaction advisors, MG Consultants and KPMG, our registrar KFintech Technologies, our communication partner Concept, our printing partner Printedge, our travel and logistic partner Thomas Cook, and every advisor, consultant, vendor, and partners who work tirelessly behind the scene to make this offering a success. Over the last several months, our life revolved around documented preparation, roadshow and investor meeting across India and around the world. Every day, we passionately shared the SBI Fund story and encouraged investors to participate in our future. Then came the allocation process, when those were conversations with a little bit difficult for us. We had to explain why we simply could not allocate as much as our investors wanted. Thankfully, we have reached today with a relationship that even more stronger than where we started. That is perhaps the best outcome of this journey. To our anchor investors, thank you for placing your confidence in us right at the very beginning. I would like to acknowledge the extraordinary support we've received from the global investment community. We were privileged to receiving confidence of leading sovereign wealth funds, some of the world's largest asset manager, long-only global institution, investors from across the geographies. At home, virtually every mutual fund in India participated in this offering. We are equally humbled by the confidence shown by countries' leading insurance companies, pension fund, family offices, and high net worth investors, and millions of retail investors. The breadth and quality of our participation has made this truly a diversified and broad-based offering, and for those we are deeply grateful. Last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge the incredible team within SBI Funds Management. My sincere thanks to our former MD and CEO, Mr. Nand Kishore, who started this journey in motion, and to our current CEO, Mr. Devashish Misra, who guided us through the final and the most important phase. My colleagues who worked tirelessly on this project, including our Deputy CEO, Mr. Dennis D. Campanile, our Joint CEO, Mr. DP Singh, our Chief Compliance Officer and Company Secretary, Vinaya Datar, our CFO, Mr. Indrajit Guliani, and entire Executive Committee. Our colleagues across investor relationship, finance, compliance, legal, secretarial, technology, operations, human resources, corporate communication, administration, investments, and every other function across the organization. Only a few of us have had the privilege of standing at this stage today, but this achievement belongs equally to every colleague across SBI Funds Management. Every presentation made, every investor query answered, every regulator filing reviewed, every system tested, every reconciliation complete, every late evening contributed to what we celebrate today. To all of you and your family who stood beside you throughout the demanding journey, thank you very much. On the screens along with me, our long list of individuals and organizations who have contributed directly to this IPO. We have tried our very best to acknowledge everyone who played a part. If we have inadvertently missed anyone, please accept our sincere apologies. Whether your name appears on the screen or not, please know that your contribution has been invaluable. The milestone carries your imprint, and it will always remain a part of the history of SBI Fund Management. As India's largest fund manager, today listing is not simply a matter of pride, it's a reminder that the great scale brings greater responsibility, our responsibility to our investors, our shareholder, our partners, and our regulator, and the millions of Indian family who entrust us with the financial aspiration has only become greater from this day forward. Finally, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our friends from the media for being with us today and helping share the important milestone with the investment community. The first chapter of SBI Funds Management was about earning the trust of millions of investors. Today, we begin a new chapter where we also have the privilege and responsibility earning the trust of shareholders every single day. Thank you for all your partnership, your confidence, and trust. Thank you, and wish you one and all a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Mr. Jain, thank you for saying our gratitude in a very short amount of time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to the moment where I remind all of us once again that this morning has been a definitive moment in this vibrant and ever-growing India's capital markets. And I think there's no better way to officially close the bell-ringing ceremony than with a final thunderous round of applause. And if you're up for it, you can also make a little bit of noise. Thank you to all of our dignitaries. Thank you for everyone at NSC, the organizers. Thank you for this incredible team effort. Please join us for breakfast inside the NSC atrium. The stage is now available for your personal and other group photographs. My name is Zenia Fernandez, and this is where I sign off. Have a phenomenal day ahead, everyone. Thank you very much once again.